So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to make the filling for these Kievs. Now it's really important with the filling that you do it a few hours beforehand, okay? Because you're going to want it cold, preferably solid, when you're making the Kievs, okay? So we need to do this first, even make it the day before if you like. But it's got to go in the fridge and it's got to be nice and cold when you're making the Kievs. So today we're going to be making a cheese and ham chicken Kiev. Over here at the stove we have all of the ingredients for making the cheese and ham filling. So let me show you how to put this together. Okay, so we're going to get the heat under a pan on the stove. And what we're going to do is we're going to pop our 50 grams of butter into that pan and get it melted. There we are, so once that's melted, what we're going to do is we're going to get our 25 grams of plain flour into the butter and get that all mixed together. So that'll form a nice thick paste. Add your 125 millilitres of full fat milk. And bring the whole lot to a slow boil so that it starts to thicken up nicely. Okay, so once that has started to thicken up, as you can see, what we're going to do is we're going to add our cheese, okay, our 50 grams of grated cheddar cheese. Get that all mixed in. And last but not least, we want to add our 75 grams of chopped up ham. Get that straight on top of there. There we are, and as you can see now we have a rather thick cheese and ham chicken Kiev filling. So there we are, all you're going to want to do now is, once that cheese is melted, get this off the stove, decant it into a container which we have over here, and then we can let that cool down, okay? Put it in the fridge, and what you want it to do is to go nice and hard so that it'll form the centre of your chicken Kiev. So there we are. Let's get this chicken Kiev cheese and ham filling in the fridge. Leave it for a couple of hours and it'll be ready to make your Kievs. So our chicken Kievs are now ready to put together. We've got all of our ingredients over here. We have our cheese and ham filling that we made a few hours earlier, which is now nice and cold. Our minced chicken, and we've got some breadcrumbs as well. So let me show you how to form these Kievs, get them coated in oil, get them cooked in the oven. Watch this. Okay, so first thing we're going to need, we're going to want about 150 to 175 grams of this minced chicken. Okay, so we're going to weigh that out. And there we are, there's about 160 grams there, so that should make one Kiev. So we should get 2 Kievs out of this, this 300 odd grams of minced chicken. Next thing we need to do is to wash our hands. Okay, so getting all of your other ingredients, you want your breadcrumbs and a container, and what you're going to need to do is just to fill this container up with some breadcrumbs. Only sort of cover the bottom of it, and we can set that aside. And then you've got your cheese and ham mix. You're on a tablespoon, okay, one standard tablespoon of this. It's nice and solid, so get yourself a good chunk of that. There we go. And set that aside. Get your hands wet and then take your chicken and flatten it out in the palm of your hand like so. Get your ball of filling, and then you're going to need to pop this into the centre of that chicken and form it around the ball so that you completely cover the ball in the chicken meat. And then this can get dropped straight in to your breadcrumbs. And then that chicken then dropped into the breadcrumbs, like so. Shake that around a little tiny bit. And what we'll do is we'll get the rest of the breadcrumbs now and we'll coat the whole Kiev with these. So the next thing you're going to need to do, we've got a pan here with some olive oil in it. Not too much, just enough so we can dip this Kiev and get it coated in oil. Okay, so you get yourself a chip basket, get your Kiev and dunk it in the oil. The whole lot coated in oil. And this oil's at about 100 degrees tops, okay? And all we're going to want to do now is, with this Kiev, only leaving it in there just to get it coated in oil, and pop him out, put him back onto your tray. And there we are. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the other Kiev up now exactly the same, dunk it in the oil, and then we'll get them in the oven, get them cooked for about 20-25 minutes to half an hour. Job done. So with our chicken Kievs all coated in breadcrumbs being dunked in the oil, they're ready to go in the oven. Okay, so they're on a tray and you can pop these in the oven for about 25 minutes until they're nicely cooked and ready to eat. Okay. Alternatively, what you could do is you can freeze these now at this point, bung them in the freezer, and then once they're frozen down, put them in a bag and you can keep them for as long as you like really in the freezer, but then when you cook them they're going to take you about 45 minutes. Okay, so what we're going to do is going to pop these bad boys in a preheated oven at 180 degrees for about 25 minutes, and then let's take a look. Okay, so there it is, the perfect chicken Kiev filled with cheese and ham filling. Absolutely beautiful, dead simple to make. I know there's lots of other different types of Kiev, and I'm going to show you in another video how to make probably the most popular one. I'm going to show you how to make a garlic butter chicken Kiev. But there it is. Enjoy.